Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this installment of Renegade of Wrestling, subtitled Renegade of Rants number 3.
Yay!
Officially, Renegade of Wrestling episode 36. I am your host, JJ Williams.
I'm the one and
With
only
me-
Stat Boy.
And this episode of Renegade of Wrestling is, as always,
Stat
tasty
Boy.
beverage approved.
Stolen gimmick.
Oh,
That is a
one's-
darn good tasty beverage.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's Stat Boy approved.
That's right. And we are here tonight on this cool California evening.
Cool. Try frickin' cold. I had to dig out the long sleeves.
And look at me, I'm in my my hoodie, you know. I never wear sweatshirts in here. It's that damn cold. But you know, it's a cool evening to bring you our thoughts on the Survivor Series. Overall, and we'll get into match by match in a minute, but overall I'd say it was a really solid pay-per-view. I think the big pay-per-views this year are getting better and better.
Yep.
It was like you started off with WrestleMania, which just blew donkey balls.
Mm-hmm.
And you went to SummerSlam, which was better than WrestleMania.
Yes.
And you go to Survivor Series, which is better than SummerSlam.
Uh-huh.
And then, hopefully, the Rumble, my favorite event of the year, will completely eclipse all of them.
Okay.
Curtain jerk match was none other than Dolph Ziggler defending his United States Championship against John Morrison. John Morrison doing what he does best in the WWE since WrestleMania, and that's job, hence the hashtag JobMorrison.
Yep.
I've said it before, I have nothing against John personally. Actually do like his work, but he did not deserve to be in that match. He did not belong in that match. And the God in Vinny, let him know he didn't belong in that match. Because they were chanting, "We want Ryder" the whole time.
And I actually tweeted that tonight. I actually put that the crowd chanting, "We want Ryder," is Stat Boy approved. And after Dolph Ziggler won with the zigzag, lo and behold, Ryder came out. For just to prove a point, really. I screwed up on one of my tweets. So he said to pump up the crowd, but he came out and he let Dolph Ziggler know, "I'm taking your title."
Yeah. And Jeff touched on something on RSI, you know, it's about if they're going to still be in New York tomorrow, that belt is his. Unfortunately, they will not be in New York tomorrow. They're going to be in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So,
Oh, the chocolate capital of the world.
So I do still hope that it is Ryder's night tomorrow on Raw.
Uh-huh.
I actually was waiting once Ryder hit the ring for Teddy Long to come out and make that match official. With Ryder being talent on both shows, essentially. You know, he's technically signed to Raw, but then he's Teddy's assistant on SmackDown. I was waiting for Teddy to come up and, you know, make that match official and then get the match that we were supposed to get in the first place.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it didn't happen.
But Dolph Ziggler, you know, proved why he is the United States champion by going out there and tearing it up with Jomo. Excuse me, a really good contest.
Yes, it was. Excuse me, sorry. Sorry about that, but yes.
Which brings us to the Divas.
Yeesh. Oh, but I got the Dolph match right, by the way, in my predictions.
So did I.
Yes.
So did I.
Divas.
Brought us to the Divas. Beth Phoenix versus Eve in a Lumberjill match.
With Kelly leading out the Lumberjills. Amongst with all the other face Divas. We saw that. Everybody was heel, or everybody was face except for Natalya. And the Bellas were standing next to Natalya. I think I'm calling them tweeners.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that because it seems like one minute the Bellas are out there, you know, supporting Zack Ryder and, you know, the other divas and, like, being all anti-Beth and Natty. And then the next minute they're, you know, backstage kissing up to Alberto Del Rio and they're helping Natalya at ringside. So they just can't figure out what the fuck to do with the Bellas. You know, take them behind the bleachers, stick a fork in them, and it's about all they're good for anymore, seriously.
The match was pretty quick, too.
It needed to be. Beth needed to make a point, and I don't think it was as quick as you're remembering it to be. but it was quicker than most of the matches on the card.
Mhm.
I'll give you that. But Beth with the super glam slam onto Eve. Eve got.
She did.
Eve died a little bit that night.
I mean, we gave her some points for taking a bump off the top rope like that, you know. Good job for her. Let's hope she's okay.
But then again, you know, anybody that trains with Gracie Jiu-Jitsu camp like she does is going to be able to take a fall.
Right.
You know, we actually saw a little bit of that in the match tonight.
Right. But, and that means 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Yes. Which brought us to the traditional Survivor Series match, which in my opinion...
You don't want to talk about the Rock promo?
No.
Okay, fine.
If The Rock had a promo?
Oh,
I think I was sleeping during that. It went way too long.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Nothing against the Rock promo. From what I remember of it, it was funny, but it went way too long.
Oh, okay. Okay, 5-on-5 matchup.
Which, in my opinion, this match should have broken up the 2 title matches. They shouldn't have had both world title matches go back to back.
Right.
They should have thrown this in the middle there to kind of break it up a little bit. But Team Orton versus the Barrett Barrage, the only traditional Survivor Series match on the card, and I want to point out that the WWE mentioned this. I don't know how legitimate it is, because Statboy was on the trending tweets all night, and only once did he actually see something trending that WWE said was trending.
Mm-hmm.
But WWE tried to tell us during this match that Wade Barrett and Cody Rhodes were trending, which, even if they were for a moment, proves one very big point. The heels in this match are more over with your fans than the baby faces. You're doing something wrong, WWE.
Mm-hmm.
If Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, and Hunico, well, maybe not Hunico, but if the other 4 are more over with the fans than Randy Orton, Sheamus, Kofi Kingston, you guys need to seriously evaluate some shit. I was glad that Team Barrett won. I don't remember exactly how I called this one. I believe I called Team Barrett.
I initially said Team Orton, and then I switched at the last second, so... And I also said I wanted to see Cody as sole survivor, but Cody and Wade became sole survivors.
Yeah. Jade almost had it there.
She came pretty
She
close.
almost had it there. Her and Aaron both said that they wanted to see Orton and Sheamus as sole survivors, and they were so close, because that's what it came down to on Orton's team.
Mm-hmm.
And Orton being the Super Viper, we saw that, we were like, oh, great. We're just going to start alternating and running through this. Brogue kick, RKO. Brogue kick, RKO. Nope, that's not what happened.
He lost.
Wade and Cody got the push I think they really need, and hopefully we will see Cody in a big-time play come WrestleMania.
Well, you know who we ain't going to be seeing for a while now. Sin Cara. What a shame. The reports that I've heard, it is a ruptured ligament in his knee. The patella ligament, which is right up here, the front of your knee, completely ruptured off, and he's out 6 to 9 months.
How's his back? I didn't get the report because
I didn't hear anything. The thing was, it was when he jumped.
Oh.
Not the landing. The landing was the landing. It was when he jumped. That's what caused the problem. It's called the unofficial medical term is jumping knee syndrome. So as soon as he jumped,
more luchas don't have that issue, the way they fly around the ring.
As soon as he jumped, that's when the tendon snapped, and he couldn't balance himself, and it almost looked like he. Well, I thought he almost hung himself. That's when he went over the ropes. But the fall was just a fall, but it was the knee that gave out, not his back.
You know, we talk a lot of shit on the channel about Sin Cara and how he botches. I want to go ahead and say that I hope Sin Cara has a speedy recovery. And, 6 to 9 months, that ain't no joke. You're looking at like SummerSlam next year at best. No Rumble for Sin Cara and no Mania. And everyone was kind of hoping for Sin Cara Mysterio come Mania.
That would have been nice. But it's not going to happen now.
After that match, we went to the first big title match, the World Heavyweight title, and they actually showed the Rain crew reinforcing the Rain, which I thought was kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
And Big Show challenging Mark Henry for the title, and you know, these two showed me something that I didn't think I was actually going to see from the two of them, and they put on a really good match. I was a little bit pissed off at the low blow finish, but I think it really sets up one of the gimmick matches for TLC, either the tables match, the ladder match, the chair match, or the TLC match all together. If I had to predict one of those 3 or 4 matches for these two, I'd say put them in a table match. Because both of them are behemoths, both of them are strong, but I think they could tease the crowd a little bit on, are we going to be able to pick them up and put them through a table?
Maybe have them go through multiple tables. Like, you don't have to go through just one. Maybe like first 2 out of 3 tables or something like that.
That would be an interesting twist.
Or like the one we used to do, like best out of 7 when we did our stuff back then. There you go, best of 7.
I will Renegade approve that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a nice little twist to the table match, make it 2 out of 3 tables, considering on the surface it should be fairly easy for either one of them to put the other one through a table.
Yeah. And Mark Henry's words came true. One of us are going to be carted out. We didn't really see it happen, though, because Mark Henry, even though after the low blow happened and Mark Henry was trying to put the ankle in the chair, of course, Big Show moved. Weapon of mass destruction. We were even calling for Daniel Bryan to come out, but
yeah, I was about to get to that. I was going to say, what happened to Daniel Bryan? Because we had an opportune time for the Money in the Bank cash-in. Joey Styles even tweeted. He was like, screw tradition, screw honor, cash in the Money in the Bank.
And of course, we come back and we see he's already got his foot in the brace or the splint or whatever. And he's saying, don't leave me alone, don't touch me, whatever. I'm gonna walk out of here because I'm the world's strongest. So we didn't see any. We saw the stretcher being come out, but we didn't see him leave on it. So
next match, the WWE Championship, Albertsons Doritos versus CM Punk. And
the nice surprise of having Howard Finkel come out.
Yes, that was a beautiful moment. You could tell the Fink was getting emotional. The Fink has got so many great memories in the Garden that I think it was a nice tip of the hat, if you will, for Punk to bring him out. Punk has said for weeks, I'm going to get the belt and I'm going to make things interesting again. Yeah. And I think by having Fink come out was just the first thing in a long list of things that I'm sure Punk wants to do to make the belt interesting again.
It was a nice little nod to MSG, WrestleMania 1 and all that. With Fink in the middle.
was the voice of the WWE for years. Pretty much all the way until Lillian came around.
Yep.
And even then, at the big pay-per-views, he would still come out and do matches, and she would just do Raws for a while there.
Yep.
But Punk obviously got the victory with the Anaconda Vice. Very proud of CM Punk getting the belt back. And we both called this one.
Yes, we did. We did very well in this pay-per-view.
Seriously, I wish this had been the NFL Pick'em. Because I think I might actually taken the week on this one.
We both would have done very well.
CM Punk, Anaconda Vice, just as you asked for.
Yes, I did.
Made Alberto tap out. New WWE champion. And I'm hoping the second thing that CM Punk does, and I'm going to steal a little bit from Double A here, is I'm hoping that he comes and pulls a Cody Rhodes and brings back the Winged Eagle WWE Championship.
There you go.
As much as I would love to see the Undisputed belt, I think if Cody's going to have the boxed, white-strapped WWE Intercontinental title, you got to go with the Winged Eagle to kind of match it there.
There we go. And then the stage diving into the crowd was good too, even though...
Yeah, that was very Cena-esque WrestleMania 21. I just want to throw that out there.
He's trying to stand up or whatever. It's like, let him have his fun with the fans, This win puts CM Punk, I think, above Cena right now. And now the main event. With The Rock.
The most electrifying match. Anyways. I'm not going to say in WWE history because it wasn't.
Yeah, no. The actual match itself Rock comes out, he starts the match, takes out Miz. Miz comes back in, go tag your boy, blah, blah, blah. First we're thinking, is Cena going to do anything? And then Cena comes in after The Rock hits a fisherman suplex, and he's holding back the referee, so Rock had to give him a nice little talking. Well, I'm just doing my job. He was coming in. It's like, and then, of course, Truth takes out Cena for a good 5 minutes or so. Going for the hot tag, back and forth, whatever. And, of course, The Rock wins for the team.
Yes.
Cena didn't do much. I mean, he got the STFU off.
Hit the 5 moves of doom, not in order.
No.
Rocky got a rock bottom, the spine on the pine, the people's elbow.
And you know,
it was a really good match. I was impressed at how sharp The Rock looked. I've been telling the people around the house, and no one wanted to listen to me, that The Rock has been in the gym hustling, trying to get ready for this match and trying to get ready for WrestleMania. And a lot of people didn't want to listen to me. A lot of people wanted to just kind of write The Rock off. And, you know, we may not be the biggest supporters of The Rock being in this match, but I knew that when it came to the Garden, he was not going to disappoint. And The Rock did not do that.
And then nothing.
He did not disappoint. What he did do, what everybody in the match did, and I forget who actually tweeted this, one of my friends on Twitter tweeted this, pointed out how horrible Cena's wrestling has gotten. Because a guy that hasn't wrestled full-time in over a decade, and at all in 7 years, plus the 2 heels, outshined him in the ring.
Yes, Cena's first few moves were just, it's like, that's an arm drag, or he did some basic move, and it just looked sloppy to where even I said, I could have done a better job. And that's saying much.
Yeah, Cena was looking pretty bad there. I don't know if he was trying to look bad on purpose to set up the potential heel turn, but whatever it was, John did not look like the poster boy for the company. He did not look like the champ. He wasn't there tonight.
Nope. And then after the match, everyone's thinking, you know, go ahead, Cena, you've got your shot. Now's
Nothing.
Nothing.
Another failed attempt, what could have been a big heel turn.
You know,
Vince, I don't get it. If the Garden is the measuring stick for what happens in the WWE, John Cena should have turned heel. Zack Ryder should have become United States champion. And I don't get it.
Me neither. I don't know what Vince is thinking. It's like Renegade said, you know. Now they didn't shake hands or anything, or they didn't give each other, you know, the good old thumbs up or whatever.
There's too much animosity. Cena really despises The Rock. And I think The Rock is kind of indifferent at the end of the day. He's just like, whatever, this Fruity Pebble over here doesn't care for me. Well, fuck him. Who the hell is he? You know?
And he
I think that's kind of The Rock's attitude, but John really despises, from everything that I've read and heard, The Rock.
And he responded with a good old rock bottom to finish the show. In a way, it almost looked like I wanted to see Cena was like saying, okay, you know, I'm going to bow out. This is your moment. It's not me, it's you. Go right ahead.
But Rocky knew he wasn't going to be around for another 4 months except for via satellite, so he had to do something.
So he did, you know.
I really hope The Rock shows up in Hershey, Pennsylvania tomorrow. I highly doubt it, but I really hope he does, to further the storyline or to just have Cena finally make his heel turn.
Yeah, and then we will not see him for TLC probably, and he'll probably show up like a week before the Rumble.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky.
I wouldn't even sign him a week before the Rumble. I would make him a surprise entrant. I would have Cena come into the Rumble, start cleaning house, eliminating people, have an empty ring.
If you smell.
And have The Rock hit the ring. And just tease, you know, do a few trade punches, maybe set it up. Both men go over the top rope together. Just the battle gets so heated so quickly that both end up eliminating each other, leaving an empty ring for whoever to come out after them.
Next person comes in, sits down for 2 minutes, then we would continue on normally.
So,
no, that's Survivor.
What do y'all think? Leave us comments. How did you guys like the pay-per-view? How did you guys do with your predictions?
Thanks for all the tweets, guys.
That's right. We will be filming for this week's episodes. First part of your epic rant went up today, and we're already getting some good feedback on it. So be on the lookout for those the rest of the week. And until then, I'm the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, and we'll see you next time.
Stat Boy out.